What up, YouTube? It's Saturday morning. I just woke up, got on the scale. This is the lowest my body fat has been in this process, and I think it's a perfect note to end the series with on a high note with my body fat really low. I'm going to give y'all the results at the end of the video, but before I do that, I kind of want to tell you my journey on this cut, what I learned, do's and don'ts. First thing would be, wow, when I first started, I went very extreme and I was in such a deficit. I was losing the weight, but when I went to go to the gym, my workout suffered from it. I had zero energy, and a lot of that was because I just wasn't eating enough. So very quickly, if you watch back on day one, I learned that I was too low in my calories, and the easy fix was just to up my carbs a little bit more. As I think about it, the main things that stand out, probably the biggest challenge, really, it wasn't even sticking to the meals or being in the deficit. It really was the walking, the moving, just because my day-to-day schedule consists of so much sitting at a desk that getting up and walking, it really became a thing where like I had to really focus on getting those steps in. Otherwise, it just wasn't going to happen. And these last 2 weeks, I think I did the very best with the walking. And here's what I ended up doing. I tried walking during my lunch break and then breaking it up. That was effective, but I didn't stick with it. The one thing that I started sticking with was I found a track close to my house. I ate supper early and I went for a walk after supper. That was my go-to. And something about walking after eating, the body fat really started to just go away when I started doing that. So if you're trying to do a cut, that's something I would definitely recommend. Also, my workouts, like the amount of volume I used to do in the deficit just wasn't going to happen. So I used to do easily 4 sets, 6 exercises, maybe even more. On this, it was more like 2 to 3 sets, but they had to be like drop sets, and the amount of exercises was maybe 4. So I had to lower the amount of training significantly. Like whatever you're doing, if you're training like on a bulk and then you decide to do a cut, just know this. The volume, cut it in half and focus on heavy lifts so you can maintain that strength and the muscle so you don't lose it as you go into a deficit. You're telling your body, hey, I need to keep this muscle because of the activity we're doing. If I were to pull up, and I'll put the numbers on the screen. So I'll put the numbers on the screen of what my weight was. So we'll do that. So right now, here's what my weight was. Okay. Now let me show you what my body fat was. So really the last bit, it was kind of funny. For a couple weeks, I just was stuck at like 15%. I could not get past 15%. And then these past couple weeks, all of a sudden it just dropped. So I would say, please like trust the plan. If you're in a deficit, just know, keep doing these habits over time. You will get the results, but it's not going to be one day. For me, it wasn't just like, oh, I woke up one day and it was gone. It was like, no, it kind of stayed for a while, and then all of a sudden it accumulated. With that said, I'm thinking for the month of August, and I mentioned it in the previous video, I'm going to try to do a clean bulk. I'm going to slowly introduce more calories. I don't want to get fat now. I want to keep my body fat low, but I want to gain my weight back. So I started at 195 before the cut. I'd like to get somewhere back to that, but obviously when I was at 195, my body fat was way higher. So I want to keep the body fat low. And so I've been doing a lot of research trying to decide what the workout's going to be. I've decided on the workout. I'll put that on the screen so you can see. This is what I'm going to do for the month of August. And I'm going to slowly introduce more calories and something as simple as, hey, a breakfast. Before I wasn't doing a breakfast. I was doing a lot of fasting. Maybe I introduce a breakfast and that's just a couple extra 100 calories. So the breakfast probably would be, let's just say 400 calories, 200 to 400 extra calories that I wasn't putting in. And with this new workout plan, the way I've set it up is going to be 4 days of rest after each workout. And on leg day, I'm going to give myself 5 days rest. Now, on these days of rest, it's not going to be, oh, do nothing and just eat like a pig. I'm still going to go get my steps in and eat clean, but I'm going to let my body have time to recover, repair, and grow from the workout. Whereas on this cut, it felt like I do one workout and the next day I'm already doing another workout. My body really hasn't had time to recover, especially when you're doing heavier weight. So the heavier the weight, I would say, the more days you need to really rest. This is something I've been struggling with because I came up where I love going to the gym and pretty much living in the gym and going every day. And at that point, I'm burning just so many calories. Only thing I'm really doing is just staying thin. I'm not really building much muscle mass. For this month, we are going to track muscle mass. That's going to be the most important thing. So on my scale, it tells me my muscle mass. We'll write down and show, okay, this is my starting point. We're going to do this workout, 1 set, 2 failure per exercise, and then we're just going to rest and we're going to be tracking the muscle mass and trying to figure out how many days does it actually take to recover. I'm excited because I'll be honest, after going so long of just not eating, that when I would eat, the cravings. If you want to know one probably final tip I would give on how to almost like hack the cut, it would be this. So the hack would be on a Sunday where you're not active at all, is just to really do a water fast. Or you could have coffee, but mostly just water. You're really just flushing everything out, and you can have a meal at the end of the day. Now, if you want that meal to be sooner, here's the trick. Let's say it's a 24-hour fast. What I would recommend is the Saturday, the day before, have your last meal early. So if on Sunday I want to do a 24-hour fast, but I want to eat at 4 or 5, then that's when I need to eat my last meal on Saturday. If you do that, it actually makes the fast way easier. It's just way easier. Versus if you ate at 9 on Saturday and you're trying to do a 24-hour fast, most of the fast is going to be from you being awake, and it just sucks. Okay, it's not saying it can't be done. Of course it can be done. You can do really long fasts. People do it all the time. But for someone who's never done it before, this is what I would recommend. Also, I don't recommend doing that more than once a week. You're only doing it once a week, okay? And that's something you could almost even do during a bulk, just to clean yourself out if you're getting bloated or you find yourself having your body fat's going up and you're wanting to regulate that and maintain it. I do think fasting is phenomenal, but you got to be smart about it. Don't sit here and do like a dry fast and then go try to run and sweat all out and then be dehydrated. Don't do that. Just be very smart about how you do your fasts. With that said, I'm going to stand up, do one little pose, and let's see. This will be one final look of me with being this ripped because we about to start eating. One thing I'm happy about is the development in my upper chest from the incline press. That's been working great. All right. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to stay as we start to eat more. We'll see. We'll try to do it as clean as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is the perfect time because for the month of August, I'm starting a new playlist and it's me training like Mike Mentzer doing HIIT, and I'm going to give myself 4 to 5 days of rest between exercises. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to try to start posting a little bit more content, talking to you directly. Not that I won't be doing the gym videos. I'm going to still be doing that. It's just not going to be as frequent as the cutting season, but we still want to keep the channel active, and I'm excited about the month of August. Let me know in the comments below too, what are your goals? I want to try to do a clean bulk, and then probably in the winter is when we're going to really get bulky. But for right now, I do like the fact that I'm this lean, that my abs are showing. I do want to make that last a little bit longer, right? I want this to last a little bit longer, but I do want to start introducing more calories and giving myself more days of rest. Let me know in the comments below. Love y'all, and I'll see you in the next one.